That's my bad boy.
The highly anticipated showdown between Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson just took place at Madison Square Garden, and the boxing world is buzzing with reactions.
And all three judges have the same score, 119 to 109. The winner by unanimous decision. And no! Ring Magazine WBO Super Lightweight Champion of the World, Shakur Stevenson. And all three judges have the same score, 119 to 109. The winner by unanimous decision. And no! Ring Magazine WBO Super Lightweight Champion of the World, Shakur Stevenson.
He added his names with the Grace, with the Roberto Duran, with the Pernell Whitakers, and so many other fighters that come down from the lower weight division. Bud Crawford took a hold. He just etched his name in all-time greatness, Shakur Stevenson.
Have the same score, 119 to 109.
Yeah, you don't scare me. I'm not scared of you. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. We only got to keep talking. Let's make it happen. Okay? Eddie, I want him. He's cool. He's cool. I got him. Okay?
His speed too slow. You know he's looking for one shot. He's doing that just one shot. Where you going for that? Keep that jab on him, champ. Keep that jab on him, champ. His speed too slow. His speed too slow. There you go. Jab, jab. There you go.
Nice shot, dig him. You gotta hit him, bro. Let's go. You're gonna hate yourself tomorrow.
Take this round, yo. Take this round.
I know, we get it. Get the 1-2 on track. You ready? The 1-2. The 1-2. I know. You better than him.
One-sided ass whoop. Hey, y'all go ahead and hug it out, bro. Y'all go ahead. Oh, y'all go ahead and hug it out. Oh, good jab. This is BTA. Y'all hug it out. Hey, Shakur Stevenson is the best fighter in the world.
That right there was shocking. Eye-opening.
Who's the best fighter in the world? Look. Yeah. Shakur came at his ass. Best fighter in the world. I'm standing on business. Best fighter in the world.
I'm stealing it. I'm stealing it for a tweet.
Y'all can't move me from that. Y'all can't move me from that, bro. And let's say that. Terrence, Shakur, Andre Ward, Roy Jones, the Avengers, they all just invested in Shakur and making him the future. That guy. You were now looking at one smart black boy. Mama ain't raised no fool.
That was incredible, dude.
Anywhere on God's green earth, I triple my worth, mother.
That was incredible.
That damn camp. Saquon Moses, Keyshawn Davis. What's up, baby? That was a masterclass. What's up, boy? Love you, boy.
Oh, let's head from Shakur. Let Shakur come to you.
That's it, man. That's it. That's it. You can sit here and be like, oh, Ron is throwing the pom-poms for Tio. Oh, he's doing all this stuff. Oh, yeah. No, I've called all this. I said Devin was gonna beat Brian Norman. I said Crawford was gonna beat Canelo. I said, listen, Shakur gonna press Teofimo Lopez, and he's gonna try to break him mentally. Y'all call me. You can say whatever you want. You can rewind the track. Ooh, rewind that. I called it to the T. You can call me glazing, biased, all that stuff, whatever you want. All I know is I told you, I called it, I said it. Shakur's gonna win, and he gonna press it. And I give Teo props, man. Just because you lose to Shakur don't mean nothing, dude. In hindsight, this is gonna age well. This is just gonna age well. And Teo beat Lomachenko. He beat Josh Taylor, right? He beat those two guys. He's arguably probably gonna be in the Hall of Fame. This is no disrespect to Teofimo Lopez at all. But at the end of the day, you cannot fool my eyes. If Shakur was getting cooked, he's getting cooked. I said Teo was beating him. He had a couple rounds. He was having success to the body. I called it before. A lot of people probably thought. And then he did it again. Then he won the round. Then he did it again. He won the round again going to the body. So Teo made adjustments. He has a great right hook. Crawford's trolling over there.
But it's not even, oh my goodness. I mean,
they didn't even touch it. Where's the Vaseline? Oh my God.
Yeah, it's not good.
This kid is being failed tonight when you see something like that, though. That's not right.
No, I agree. But let me ask you this. Let me throw a difficult question at you, right?
Yeah.
At one point, he's a grown man. It's tough. It's a father. I get it. But at one point, as a man, does he have to make a choice? Other people have done it. We've seen other fighters. Roy Jones, one of the great fighters, did it when he left his father, when he felt he had to. We've seen fighters do it. When they felt they had to leave their father, they did. And, at what point does it become his responsibility to take control over that part of his life and make a decision and say, hey, Dad, I still love you, but I got to get somebody else here to train me?
Well, he did do that with Joey Gamache, and maybe they didn't gel and get along, the father and Gamache, but Gamache was let go, I believe, after the Lomachenko fight. I think, to answer your question, but obviously it's that point now, if not too late.
I think it's past that point.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, at some point, you can't just blame the father. You got to say, well, the son allowed it to continue.
This fight, man.
Tio's a bump. Tio, you not for nigga. Easy work, man. February 21st, come watch me massacre Oscar Dante, man. Y'all gonna have to see us winning forever. Forever.
Richardson, what's it up to Master Shakur tonight? Just overall everything.
I told y'all, man, 9-3, man. But I think Tio lucky. Did they give him a round? Fucking bum. Get Tio out of here.
What you think of this fight? What's your reaction of it?
Man, let me tell you, Shakur moved so well. He won every round, and he was just a step ahead with quickness and just with, just the plan himself. Great plan coming in, and he did well. Congratulations to him.
He won all the rounds? Is that what you're saying? He won all 12 rounds?
Well, maybe he lost one, but he won the majority of rounds.
At what time did you realize that this was just going to be Shakur taking over the whole fight?
After the fourth round.
After the fourth round?
Yeah.
Teofimo, it seems like he couldn't just get it going. Like, he just tried differently going up and down. The counters were getting him.
Yeah.
What could he done differently tonight?
I don't know. It's difficult to box against a great mover like that. And, he tried. He definitely tried. His dad was emotional. He wanted him to do better, but, this is boxing.
And if you look at Shakur as a type of fighter who go up to welterweight and challenge like Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, those fighters as well too, and beat them.
Yeah, he has that possibility. He can do that. I don't know about moving up weights and different things because I'm a heavyweight, but he does it well.
Connor, what was that about right there? What was Shakur saying to you in there?
If he wants it, he can get it next.
Right.
Ultimately, I ain't scared or worried about him.
What did you think? What did you think of his performance?
Yeah, no, it was a great performance. He performed really well. But ultimately, I ain't worried about him.
All right, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
I got my son. Hi, Daddy. Love you. This is what it's all about. Danny, what do you think of the fight?
Amazing fight. Teofimo is my guy, but I've always been a fan of Shakur. And I think that Shakur put on a clinic tonight. Least amount of risk. Been able to put his skill set into fruition all night. The jab was leading. You could tell the difference in skill set, and that was the difference to me that made the fight. It wasn't about grit, it wasn't about heart, it was about sheer talent. And Shakur displayed that tonight. So.
In the weeks leading up to this monumental clash, boxing's most respected voices weighed in with their predictions, and the consensus was far from unanimous. Antonio Tarver offered an intriguing pathway to victory for Lopez, suggesting that the champion's best chance required him to completely embrace his gambling nature and willingness to take chances once the opening bell rang. Tarver observed that Lopez deliberately avoided boxing himself into any inflexible stylistic approach, preferring instead to adjust his tactics based on what each unique situation required. This unpredictability factor, combined with his natural courage, could theoretically generate significant difficulties for even someone as technically gifted as Stevenson. Tarver specifically highlighted Lopez's footwork as a potential equalizer that might enable him to slip past Stevenson's jabbing range and establish productive offense on the inside. The champion's fearless attitude and eagerness to engage in back-and-forth exchanges might allow him to manufacture successful moments throughout the 12-round contest.
I think that's the only chance he got, is to really be his ultra self, doing all the things that makes him Teofimo Lopez. The footwork could be a major advantage for him. Being able to get inside. A lot of times he fights free. He don't really have a style. He does sometimes what it takes. And he's a gutsy fighter. Real gutsy. He's not going to be leery to take chances. He's a gambler in there. You know what I'm saying? So he's a live underdog, I would say. A live underdog, but if he's to win this fight, I think he has to probably stop Shakur Stevenson.
Mikey Garcia delivered an evaluation saturated with uncertainty, highlighting the fundamental question mark hovering over the entire event. Garcia wondered aloud which iteration of Teofimo Lopez would materialize on fight night, referencing the dramatic fluctuations that had characterized the champion's career trajectory. The version of Lopez who dismantled Vasily Lomachenko and defeated Josh Taylor represented an elite-tier competitor capable of matching up with anyone in the sport, regardless of reputation. However, the version who labored through other, less impressive outings raised legitimate concerns about his ability to contend with Stevenson's precision and reliability. The four-division champion noted that physical size might provide Lopez with an advantage, pointing out that the Brooklyn fighter carried more natural mass and had already established himself at super lightweight, while Stevenson climbed up from lightweight. This size differential could theoretically furnish Lopez with additional weapons to deploy against a naturally smaller adversary.
Great matchup, tough fight. I want to see what Teofimo shows up, because sometimes it's Teofimo, the great fighter who beat Lomachenko, who beat Taylor. That's a tough Teofimo. But then we've also seen him, in off nights.
Right.
And so that's kind of the only doubt, the only question that I have. Which Teofimo's going to show up.
What do you think he has to do to kind of deal with a guy like Shakur Stevenson? How would you approach a fighter like Shakur Stevenson if you were Teofimo Lopez with the attributes that he has?
I would think Teofimo, being that technically he's a bigger fighter, bigger size, he's been at the weight class a little more, and then just maybe build into it more. I would think he would have to use that, size as an advantage. But it's hard to say, because Shakur Stevenson good at what he does.
Oscar Valdez contributed priceless first-hand insight to the discussion, having personally experienced Stevenson's brilliance when they clashed in their 2022 encounter. Many experts had considered Valdez a credible threat capable of defeating Stevenson for the first time professionally, but instead, Stevenson administered a thorough beating that included dropping Valdez in the 6th round. The one-sided scorecards reflected total dominance across every aspect of the sweet science. Drawing from that painful memory, Valdez provided specific guidance for Lopez regarding mental discipline and strategic consistency. He stressed that Stevenson's approach generated tremendous frustration for opponents, and surrendering to that frustration had proven disastrous for multiple fighters who challenged him previously.
If we go off paper, I would say Shakur Stevenson, but I would hate to say that because I can see Teofimo Lopez doing the opposite. And then it's going to be like, I thought, Oscar Valdez thought Shakur was going to win and Teofimo won. He was like, no. I think Teofimo Lopez 50-50 fight, in my opinion, because, Teofimo has been proving it before. And I gotta emphasize this, if someone can pull it off, it's definitely Teofimo Lopez. If Teofimo Lopez doesn't do it, I don't see who is gonna beat Shakur Stevenson. I don't see another fighter who will beat him. I know I said Pitbull, I think because Pitbull came with some problems, but I wouldn't see no one else beating him unless Shakur Stevenson goes to 147, and then he's obligated to have some competition with I don't know, Ben Conner and all the other welterweights who are doing it.
Regis Prograis delivered perhaps the most brutal evaluation of Lopez's chances, concentrating heavily on alleged mental deficiencies rather than any physical shortcomings. The former super lightweight kingpin recognized that Lopez possessed remarkable athletic tools and innate ability, but insisted that psychological vulnerability would eventually prove his downfall against someone as tactically astute as Stevenson. Prograis identified a concerning trend where Lopez's performance quality appeared directly correlated to opponent prestige and event significance. Against high-profile names on championship stages, Lopez had elevated his game to elite standards, but when matched against less celebrated opposition, he had appeared tentative and failed to impose his dominance even when securing decision victories.
I think he wins it comfortably. I think, Shakur, I think the thing is about Teo is very good athletically, but he's weak-minded. You can see in some fights he struggles. Teo does struggle. Now he does come up for big fights. Lomachenko, he came up. Josh Taylor, he came up. But a lot of fights, man, he struggles in. He does struggle on a whole lot of fights and stuff. Like, I think he looked good. Yeah, he looked good against Barboza. But like I said, for the most part, Teo does struggle. And I think he struggles mentally with a lot of things. But I think with Shakur, I think Shakur's going to break him. I think maybe the first two or three rounds, it might be a close fight. It might be close. It might be 2-1 or something like that. But then after that, I feel like, Shakur is probably going to start stepping up and Teo's going to try to hit him and it's not going to work. And then Shakur might start. The thing about Shakur is a very good, a real good counterpuncher, really sharp, real sharp with the counterpunch. He sneaks those punches in, and that's the ones that hurt the most when he just sneaking them in when you're not supposed to hit him. So I definitely feel like, I feel like Shakur is going to beat him comfortably. Now, not knockout, but comfortable 12 rounds, for sure.
Teddy Atlas provided extensive analysis on his podcast, breaking down the multitude of factors that would determine Saturday's outcome. Atlas emphasized that everything began with Lopez's mental state when he stepped through those ropes at Madison Square Garden. The veteran trainer pointed out the champion's career had been marked by inconsistency tied directly to his psychological condition heading into fights. Lopez's relationship with his father had been a constant throughout his journey, and regardless of public opinion about their dynamic, that partnership had helped guide him to world championship glory.
Now he's a big favorite, or a good favorite. You know the line's better than me, but he's a good favorite.
3-1, over 3-1 favorite, Shakur.
He's a big favorite. It starts for me with Teofimo, where it starts is, where is he mentally? He's up and down. His father, the whole thing, his father's been with him the whole career. Listen, love him, hate him. His father has been part of getting him to these world titles. He's been part of it. Whatever. He has been up and down mentally. Where's he going to be? If he's right, if he's stable, if he's in a good place. He seemed to be in a very good place when he fought Lomachenko. If he's in a good place, I think this could be the first time that Shakur Stevenson has somebody who can match him with athletic ability. Pure ability, pure speed, quickness, quick twitch, athletic ability that can match him.
Josh Taylor provided valuable insight based on first-hand experience after losing his undisputed status to Lopez via unanimous decision roughly 3 years prior. The Scottish fighter, who was considered the division's top competitor when they met, offered an honest assessment of Lopez's power that might have surprised people. Taylor downplayed the champion's punching impact significantly, insisting Lopez didn't carry devastating knockout power despite being physically imposing. The former champion recalled absorbing Lopez's biggest shots without experiencing genuine hurt, noting he had faced much heavier hitters during his career.
Josh, do you rate Shakur? And if you do, how much do you rate him?
Yeah, I think he's very good. He's very smart. He's very technical as well. You know, he's quite sound defensively as well. He's quite good with defence and moving off the ropes and using his feet and his boxing IQ to keep his opponent sort of at bay and at the end of his range and fight his kind of fight, which is kind of slowing the pace down and being more of a technical fight. So, yeah, I think he's a very good operator, high-class operator. He's obviously in the gym with Terence Crawford and being mentored with him and all that as well. So, yeah, I think he's a very good fighter. We might see the similar thing with Teo here, what we saw with Conor Benn in the second fight, actually showing some patience and a bit of boxing. So, you never know, but I just think if it comes down to a boxing match and the way the two of their natures are, and from watching the two of them, I think that Teo will eventually revert back to his old self, which will eventually start coming forward and jumping in and stuff. So I can see quite a comfortable win for Shakur, to be honest, in the end.
Eddie Hearn offered his perspective on what audiences should anticipate. The British promoter viewed this as one of those exceptional matchups where both fighters brought such elevated skills that outcome prediction became virtually impossible. Hearn described the potential dynamic as resembling a chess match initially, with both men carefully calculating moves and searching for tiny openings. According to Hearn, both Lopez and Stevenson possessed precision striking and intelligent footwork that created compelling tactical warfare. He anticipated scoring could prove extremely difficult for judges, with numerous rounds potentially too close for definitive calls.
Who do you fancy?
I think it's a great matchup. I think that Shakur wins, but I also think it's a very tough fight. Two very talented, two great athletes, two very tricky customers. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of fight plays out. You know what I mean? Because they're both guys with great IQ. But I think any fight with anyone in, I would probably always favour Shakur Stevenson. I think he's a generational great talent, and I believe he wins next Saturday.
What was your reaction to this fight? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more boxing content like this.